Hello, welcome back to Arknights. I know it's been a little while since I played, and it's because my ear infection got so bad that I couldn't hear out of my right ear. Anyway, without that happening anymore, I can record again. And I have enough for a 10 pull, which I plan on doing. So, without further ado, let's do a 10 pull. Bam. Oh. Okay, well, can't win them all, am I right? Well, I could do another 10 pull. Fuck it, we ball. Fuck it, we ball. Okay, another 5-star. I assume it's Surfer. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I didn't do that. I didn't just waste all my everything. Ooh, Perfumer's maxed. That's really nice. I use Perfumer all the time. I don't really use anyone else, so I'll be right back. Okay, with all that done, let's get back into the event. Such is the joy of our reunion. I'm playing OR-4 today. I haven't even looked at the stage yet. It's been a little while since I've been able to like sit down and play this because of the ear infection that just wouldn't go away. So now that I'm looking at this, it doesn't seem too hard. I should be able to put like not Perfumer, Pure Stream there, facing that way to hit that spot and that spot. Yeah, okay. I have an idea for what I'm going to do. I didn't read the name of this one. I forgot to read the name. Let's skip and read it. Pickled pot herb mustard. Welcome to Ding Feng Lao. Oh, right, they're going to the contest. That door was so loud. Wow. So this is the place everyone's talking about. Are you nervous? Huh? Don't think I should be. The competition is nigh, and yet I feel apprehensive somehow. I mean, nothing to fear. The young chef said it was fine. Besides, it's not like we're trying to be cooks here. We're just on the hunt for that legendary chef, right? To ask him for his tangerine cake recipe? Cold comfort. But I suppose at this point, that's all I'm getting. It's about time. All spectators, please remain here for now. Competitors, follow me. If you get anything difficult thrown at you, don't bluster. Just keep calm and think. There's always a way. Relax, okay? I'll see you soon. You think Blaze is gonna win the contest? Because I don't. Please sit. While I know you're here for the exam, you're still one of our guests. Please, let me offer you some tea first. The examiner picks up the teapot from the table and pours Blaze some tea. Her nose is immediately filled with the fresh, sweet scent. For a competition? You're all being pretty friendly here. Well, can't say I haven't been thirsty. Thanks. Blaze grabs a teacup and drinks up. As she does, the examiner places a pen and paper before her. This pot of tea is infused with several ingredients. Please, write them down. What? Blaze glances down at her cup. Not but a bead of tea left on the side. She looks up at the examiner, polite smile, still plastered over his face. Could I, have another cup? Of course it's the first test. Today looks like it's like a bust to me. They've gone through dozens of people since this morning, and nobody's even passed the first stage. Our head chef is being too harsh on them. It's like revolving door over there. No one can last longer than a minute. A chef's third eye is their tongue. If their tongue's not good enough, they can't be a good chef. Why is that? Why? That didn't make sense. So no point wasting the head chef's time if they can't even pass stage 1. Many as well send them home sooner. May as well. Hey, excuse me, ma'am. This is the kitchen. Are you... Oh, it's her. Lincoln Young. Judicial Review Office Investigation. If I could have both of your assistants. You think she's gonna ruin the contest? Send Blaze home. Keep calm, keep calm. What did Mechanist tell you? The human tongue can only taste 4 flavors, but the nose can tell Between over 100? Not that I ever smelt anything from his machine oil moonshine, though. Blaze gingerly cradles her cooling teacup once more and takes a careful sniff of what aromas remain. Smells flowery. That's probably jasmine. No, not just jasmine. There's a kind of... Right, chrysanthemum. Just like the table tea at this young chef's place. Okay, aside from that, there was definitely a sweet-sour kind of flavor as I drank it. None of the initial flavors were sour, so what was that aftertaste? Sweet, acid, and a little puckery? Kind of familiar. I don't know. Why'd you want me to try this plum wine, anyway? It's a specialty in here, Bai Zhao. You see, there's a plum forest north of the city. When summer sets in June and the plums are ripe and fresh, the people pick them to steep in wine, ideally in Zhaohan tea, wine. Wine made from mozotes like this just has a particular flavor to it. It goes perfect with plum. Steep it for about 3 months and it's ready just in time for mid-autumn. Plum wine, huh? So it's got history? Earlier you asked me what happened to all the people we lost building Bai Zhao, right? I wouldn't say it got history, really. It just strikes me. During those awful times back then, pickled plums were a worker's staple. And some years after finishing Bai Zhao, that plum forest sprang up in the mountains north to the... Whoa, I'm so sorry. It's been a little rough today. And some years after finishing Bai Zhao, that plum forest sprang up in the mountains north of us. No one knows exactly when it did, nor who planted it. So it's a way of remembering them, kind of. At least, they were never forgotten. Once the plums are ripe next year, we can go to the mountains to see together. Here's my answer. Jasmine, chrysanthemum, green plum, Mount Tian blossom, rock sugar, Zhaohan wine? I have heard there's a plum forest north of Bai Zhao. The plums in June get brewed for mid-autumn. I'm guessing the plums in this were picked earlier than that, which is why there's still a mouth-puckering taste in it. The alcohol steamed away while boiling the tea, and left just a sweet sourness of the plum, plus the mild and subtle aroma from the flower. It wasn't obvious when I drank it down, but the aftertaste really stays with you. I'd really like another cup. Identifying the first few flavors is reasonable enough, but you're the first one today who's been able to point out the use of Zhaohan wine. So I'm right? You're not sure about your own answer? No, of course not. Of course I don't. Then congratulations on passing the first stage. Please, follow me upstairs. I wasn't expecting the gong. From the rear hall sounds a gong, and the doors next to Blaze yawn open. First stage? How long is this thing? Hey, she got past the first part. Because of the foodie. Here you are, madam. The list of chefs at Dingfeng Lao. If you don't mind me asking, what are you investigating exactly? The case is confidential. I'm not at leisure to tell you for now. Okay. The head chef here. Their name is Mo Bufu? Yes, I don't think there's a cook in Bai Zhao who doesn't know of Chef Mo Bufu. Do you know what his occupation was prior to Dingfeng Lao? That, I have no idea. Chef Mo arrived just under 10 years ago? Not quite a long time, but not short either. His cooking skills are the real deal. They're sublime. Almost straight away, he succeeded the previous head chef. Where is he now? I need to see him. I'm really sorry, but he's holding an exam right this moment. There's no way he can meet you. Exam? What exam? You could call it an enrollment exam for Dingfeng Lao. It only happens once every few years. If you're interested, we're televising it right here. That contestant, Blaze. I see where this is going. This is... Isn't this a restaurant? How come this room's set up like a study? In its centuries of history, Dingfeng Lao has hosted countless reputed celebrities. We set aside this room to safekeep any pieces of calligraphy or painting gifted by them. Delicacies, calligraphies, paintings, all are works of art that take years of practicing. Blaze looks up and around. Hundreds upon thousands of silk threads hang from the ceiling. A wooden placard tied to each one, resembling a curtain. All these are names of dishes? As you are no doubt aware, Ding Feng Lao is hiring chefs in the run-up to the feast. In the run-up to the feast of 100 delicacies. This calls for cooks who are not just culinarily skilled, but who grasp the significancies behind the dishes they make. Every dish here originates from the past feast of 100 delicacies. Pick one placard and tell me the dish's history. That is today's second stage. From the feasts? How the hell should I know any of these? Whatever, I've gotten this far. Blaze closes her eyes and swipes one down. The neighboring placards clatter against each other as if an endless wind chime. What's this? Medley of whites. Blaze barely knows how to cook anything. Passing the first stage was already a miracle. She spent basically her whole life in Victoria. How could she possibly know any of these stories? Blaze, I really wish I could help you. Well, she tried her best for how long she could. She told her a million stories about different food. You have a time limit. Do you know the origin of the dish? About 50 years ago, give or take, Yan's Grand Preceptor presented the true lung with a dish, the simplest, plainest stewed radishes. But the special thing was, the radishes she used came from all over the land, and each one had a massively different flavor and texture. But having been stewed for long enough, they absorbed enough broth, and were all equally tasty. I hear Yan's always put education first, but because the country's so big, and every city has wildly different circumstances anyway, the farther you go out, the harder it is for students to really achieve. The Grand Preceptor was trying to tell the true lung that every student, no matter their background, should have equal opportunity. The true lung took the Grand Preceptor's advice, advocated hard for educational reform, tore down any regional restrictions, and brought equality to educational resources. The next year, when Bai Zhao Academy announced its successful applicants, students from remote regions made up more than half of the 1,000+ that qualified. In the decades after that, the Tianxis buried in their bureau's books, the students studying like hell in their academies. All of them thank the Grand Preceptor for boldly advising that if I'm not mistaken, is what Medley of Whites represents. Blaze senses the spectators stop chattering. She's not wrong. Everyone is nervously watching her right this moment. How did Blaze know that? And why would the exam writer leave the name of this dish in there? You don't just mention her, not in front of everyone. Did I, say something wrong? Interesting. The voice descends from a few meters above. Blaze stares up above her, but doesn't see anyone. A foot lands on a stair-step plank with a dull thud, subdued yet powerful. The kind nobody could miss. It approaches closer and closer, until Blaze can finally make out who it is. A stern and solemn man, far older than her, alighting from his long stairwell. After so many years, I didn't think anyone would remember this. Nice to meet you, The story you've told is far older than you, girl. How come you know it? Well... Sorry, the dogs are barking right now, and it's the loudest thing ever. Well, someone from my family told me it a long time ago. He said he was one of those students in poverty all the way back then. To know the spring of your water. I imagine your relative was a grateful and righteous man. But as for you, just what motive brought you here? Well, I'm here to compete, of course. Seeing as you've made it here, I'll give you one chance. Final stage, no frills, no fuss. Make me a dish. Come. She just skipped the line! Cheater! Nepotism. Wait. No, they're not related. Too early for dinner time. The restaurant is almost empty, save for a couple of diners. There's no waiters, no proprietor, and even the kitchen is quiet. Excuse me. You, young man, help me out. I was in a hurry this morning and forgot my money. You're a well-to-do boy, anyone can tell. Be a kind man, spot me a little. I'm not here to rip you off. Here, take this family jade for now. Once I grab the money later, I'll pay you back. Not that I mind lending you, but couldn't you just tell the owner instead? We're total strangers. How would you find me and pay me back? No. You see, this jade's not your average thing. It's not fit for just anyone to take. I'm only entrusting it to you because I can tell. You got a rare air about you. Alright. Zole rummages for some loose coins in his pocket and hands them to the diner, whose face immediately broadens with delight. When do you plan to pay me back? Where would we meet? We'll meet if we do, and if we don't, we don't. And if we don't, you can just go ahead and pawn this jade off. Relax. You've made a favorable deal today, young sir. So saying, the diner has gone out the restaurant door in a blink, disappearing into the crowd. Pawn it off? Something tells me that it's a fake jade, because that would be a lot of money for one meal. There's my dish. Pretty good job, wouldn't you say? Longevity noodles? Mo Bufu's hands rest on the table, chopsticks in his grasp. For a while, silence, before he finally picks up the spoon and tries a mouthful of soup. Blaze examines Chef Mo's face closely, but the satisfied look she's hoping for simply does not blossom across the old man's face. These noodles, this soup base, who taught you this? It was this tiny little chef. I've really put my back into learning it too. The owner of Savers at U's. Who is he to you? How come you know? I thought so. The disgrace of him! Huh? I see he has talent and give him the chance to display his skills. He's not grateful for that, fine. But now he even sends an amateur to humiliate me. What's happening? Blaze finished it up with no trouble. Nothing should be wrong with the flavor. Does Mo Bufu know the young chef somehow? Uh-oh. They know each other. What? Wait, okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I know you can probably tell I suck at cooking at a glance, but I didn't come so I could wreck your competition. I just have a question that only you can answer. I grew up in Victoria, see, and this relative of mine who lived far away in Yan would always send me these tangerine cakes. They were so sweet and tasty. I've been on the hunt ever since I came to Baizhou, but I still haven't found that flavor. I was thinking, since you're the best chef in all of Baizhou, maybe you would know? A single pastry? You thought it was worth entering this competition to meet me over a single pastry? I have tons of other questions still, but this is the only one I can solve on my own. This is the one clue, the one link I have to my family. You. The greatest taboo when making tangerine cakes is to blindly add sugar. That is, to mask the poorness of your craft in ingredients with sweetness. I don't know of anyone skilled enough to make tangerine cakes that are sweet and yet taste good on their own. You've asked your question, now go. Wait! A muffled sound from above interrupts the two. Blaze and Mo Bufu look up at the same time, but their faces get struck by something wet. Why is it leaking in here? No, this is oil! At the moment she says it, the lamp suspended from the dome ignites in a blink, becoming a fireball. Get out of here! Someone's trying to execute the head chef? What the hell? Or execute. Assassinate is what I meant. Pickled pot herb mustard.
Hey! They made me the captain, so I'm the one calling the shots here.
I am the captain now. Yeah, let's place her there.
Challenge.
A new challenge.
Hmm?
Okay.
I have to get serious now.
She's using her green one, right? Yeah, okay. Nah. Let's put Pure Stream when I said I was just gonna put her. Yeah, she can reach everyone there. Okay, this is good enough. Forethought. Unblockable. Can collect up to 4 Vapidity or Sapidity. When full, moves towards Derelict Stove. When defeated, spawns Vapidity equal to the quantity picked up. So I need to kill it before it can get a bunch of Vapidity then.
what you deserve.
You will get what you deserve.
You ordered.
Oh, that's a funny line. I love you. He's such a funny character.
Illusion and intimidation are my tactics too.
Feels bad to lose your target, doesn't it?
Relax.
Can you please kill it?
What do you fear most?
Stop stealing it.
Patience, friend.
Oh, you bastard.
Keep still misbehaving? Then let's kick it up a notch. Haha, losing sight.
Bruh. Well, that was sad sound. Bum, bada, bum.
Hellfire, locked and loaded. Come on, let's pick up the pace.
Boom. I mean, Ifrit should just be able to kill him, right? You think? You think, guys? You think? Perhaps, mayhaps?
Gather around it, guys.
Forward.
And then she should be able to
my
keep
turn.
Ifrit from dying.
Too slow.
Too slow.
Feels bad to lose your target, doesn't it?
Hey, feel like you're gonna faint? This
Feel
will
like
be
we're
over
gonna
soon.
faint. Oh no, that's gonna hurt.
Feels bad to lose your target, doesn't it? Whew, almost
Okay, let's
half
use
the
that.
distance
Oh wait,
now.
there's no point in using that. Okay, goodbye, guys.
Just who are you weaklings going to stop like that?
Tail like a shooting
Fine, you wanna
star.
see a dragon?
They say.
Fine, bitch, you wanna see a dragon? Okay. Yeah. I mean, I won anyway. It didn't matter. Damn, though. Those things are annoying. Watch out! What even? Flames burst forth above their heads, raining cinders down from the ceiling, igniting the flour and oil atop the stove. In an instant, the kitchen is a sea of fire. You go, I'll be fine. Cover your mouth and nose, don't talk. I'm not too good with this move yet. Let's give it a try. Excuse me, just duck. Blaze grabs a knife and slices her palm open. Gradually, a whirlwind forms in Blaze's hand, then expands straight outward into a blast wave. The violent surge of air sweeps the whole room. In a blink, she's put the fires out and strewn the cookware about in shambles. What a skill you have. Could you be Joxy? You're, well, huh? Looking up again, Blaze sees the lamp frame is charred black, red-hot metal peeking through the burnt coating. It's on the verge of falling. Mobufu, move! Blaze grabs the old man's arm, trying to pull him to one side, but the lamp's already falling. With a stifled crack of thunder, the remains of the fixture are abruptly flung to one side and smashed hard against the wall. Are you alright there? Lazy? What are you doing here? Maybe I should ask, what are you doing here? But we can talk about that later. Could this be a repeat of the Dingfeng Lao fire last month? Lin Kenyan scans her surroundings. The kitchen chefs are in a frenzied jumble, but her gaze quickly locks onto a masked figure among them, who seems to meet her gaze, then turns and vanishes into the crowd. Blaze, stay here. Keep Mobufu safe. Hey, where are you going? Jeez, the smoke is killing me. On that pillar there, there's a breaker. There's a lot of them here. Which one do I pull? Womp, 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 womp. Splitting like a fowl, Lin Kenyan has her target cornered in just a few spry steps. Mere meters separate them, but so smoky is the air that she can't quite make out their silhouette. Just as he makes to run again, a thunderclap strikes next to his feet. Hold it! Move another inch and the next bolt is hitting your head. Answer my questions. Why set fire to Dingfeng Lao? Is your target Mobufu or someone else? All the previous incidents, they were your doing too, weren't they? Also, the scrollery. You and your accomplices must have some aim in all these actions. What is it? Not talking? Then I'll take you back to the Judicial Review Office for a nice long questioning, Deputy Minister Lin. Surely you wouldn't ask if you didn't know the answer already. Can you not see the truth? Or do you simply pretend you can't because you don't dare to? What? The office is a good place, but I don't plan on visiting it for now. Besides, when your will wavers, the thunder you throw isn't so frightening. It's time you opened your eyes. Wait. And with that, the masked figure is on the move. Just as Lin Kenyon would give chase, the ceiling sprinklers start up out of nowhere. Ice cold water pours down, soaking her head to foot. Lazy, you alright? Damn it. Lazy? It's probably lazy or something. The customers are all safely out of that way. That way? Why did I say it like that? Oh my god. The customers are all out of the way. There's just a few in shock. Thank goodness no one was injured. We reported it to the authorities. The mandarins should be here at any moment. Don't we have a mandarin already here? Head chef, I'm fine. I owe it to this girl. There's nothing left for you to do here. Go on, go home. Once the chefs leave, Lin Kenyon locks the door to the room. Mr. Mo, if I could have a word or two with you. You know this girl, madam? She's a friend of mine. Chef Mo, she's on the trail of a really important case. Would it be alright if you try to answer her questions? I don't like what the mandarins get up to, but I don't like to spurn a favor either. You saved my life today, and that's more favor than I can ever repay. Go ahead then, ask away. I'm looking for one of your restaurant's chefs. He's a witness in a case. I believe 10 years ago, he was working in the Ministry of Justice Death Row Prison, making last meals for convicts. A chef who was making last meals? How exactly did he pass to the Ding Feng Lao exams? Ding Feng Lao serves all manner of mandarins every year at the Feast of 100 Delicacies. That means every chef's background must be clear as day for the record. I imagine he shouldn't be hard to find. What exactly do you want me to say, madam? First, my restaurant catches fire for no reason. Now you say, we have a chef who made meals for dead men. Should I even bother to open Ding Feng Lao again? I understand your situation, sir. And that's why I'm choosing to ask you these things in private. Whatever. It's not like I can't admit to my own past. The chef you're looking for, the death row caterer, Mo Xiao Liu, well, that was me. What? I thought so. And making last meals is nothing shameful. The powerful need to eat, and so do the powerless. My cooking skills come from that prison. Making last meals for death row convicts from all corners of the country. As for changing my name and hiding my identity, I just didn't want to make any trouble for this restaurant. I'm beginning to sort of admire you. Do you remember 10 years ago a convict admitted to the prison by the name of Gu Quan? If you don't remember the name, you should at least remember that some decades ago, he was the one and only person to be released from death row. What? Wait, you mean my dad? Why did my dad get the death penalty? Please! You mean Gu Quan? He was your father? Yeah? So you remember him. I do. All too well. I spent so many years in there making last meals. I met countless horrific scoundrels, endless connivers. As each one of them ate before they left, the look in their eyes was always more or less the same. But I never seen someone whose eyes were so clear, so clean, so free of anything. He wasn't like the other convicts. In his time, he never wept, never howled, and never screamed injustice. Not even on the day he was imprisoned. Even I found it strange how a man like him could end up on death row. Why would my dad... Then you do know at the time what charges... Then do you know at the time what charges Gu Quan was sentenced to... Not at the time. Not at the time. But 1 year later, when I joined Dingfeng Lao and began taking part in the Feast of 100 Delicacies, I came across a menu for a feast from a few years before. That was when I learned that at that feast, Gu Quan served a dish to the True Lung. It just so happens that was the same dish this girl pulled down earlier, medley of whites. But next to that dish, he placed a steamed flour bun, and in it was a filling of red pickled tofu. So, what does it mean? Why would he get locked up for just serving that? Linking on, aren't you gonna say anything? Your relative told you the story of the Grand Preceptor, but never told you her eventual fate? Her fate? 40 years ago, the Grand Preceptor plotted to assassinate the True Lung. She committed suicide after it failed. Every single one of her underlings was arrested and trialed, and their members were over 1,000. When Gu Quan served that dish on the feast, it signified redressing her for her treason. It made the True Lung furious. No way. My dad told me so many times the Grand Preceptor was loyal to the country, the people, the whole realm. How the hell could she be a traitor? The history books have it that way, yes. And they're right? Linking on. If everything written in them is true, what the hell are you investigating? And besides, my dad didn't actually get killed, right? Doesn't that prove, like, at least some people from the court believed the Green Preceptor and my dad were both innocent? That's a sticking point, yes. If Gu Quan was imprisoned as part of the Grand Preceptor case, why would they free him afterwards? It stuck with me too. You see, after entering the prison, Gu Quan had two visitors, and both were people I happened to know. One was the person delivering his meal, Yu Cheng, deputy minister of the office at the time. And the other was the one who brought him out, former Minister of Rights Ning Shu. What? Quick, this way, surround the place immediately! Damn it, why now? What a coincidence. One step ahead of me, Deputy Minister Lin. I'd just arrived. A coincidence indeed. The Judicial Review Office is investigating the Dingfeng Lao fire. I ask all of you to be cooperative. Linking on, and the girl next to you, come with me.
You're reliable.
Bum, bum,
The people
bum.
around you are reliable. Man,
Reliable.
how could everybody here be so reliable?
Reliable.
I'm starting to envy the captain of this land ship.
How she said reliable is so funny. Reliable. How can everyone around you be reliable? Okay, well, that was OR-4. This episode is going to be a little shorter because I have a lot of recording that I need to do today. So I don't have a lot of time to record each episode. As such, this is the end of the episode. That was a lot of fun. They finally got to the... Oh, I finally got to it, but the competition was funny. I wasn't expecting it to end so quickly, but hell, it was funny. That's all I can really say about that. I like the Mo Bufu guy. I don't know what I was expecting, but like a very serious looking man was definitely not it. Blaze is one of my favorite characters after reading this event. And I'm loving the Xingzhu girl too. Yeah, Xingzhu. Because them two together are so funny. And I'm excited for you to be introduced to the story again. Because it's my other favorite character from this event. And it's just, I love all the characters so far. I still don't really care about the blonde lady. I don't know her from any of the other stories. But I do know Blaze, and then Blaze interacting with you, and then Blaze interacting with Xingzhu. Just, it's really funny altogether. I'm curious to see what happens with the tangerine cakes. And, yeah, that's about it, though. So, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I love having you guys around. Only about 20% of people who watch the episodes are subscribed, so if you don't mind subscribing, it really helps out the channel a lot. If you want to support the channel, the link for my Ko-Fi will be in the description. If you want to hop down and buy me a coffee, I'd really appreciate it. The link for my Discord will also be in the description. If you want to go down and talk to the community, then do so. We usually talk about Arknights, but talk about anything you want. Anyway, though, because it's at the end of the episode, you better have a good night, and bye-bye!